Hello people from around the universe! I am your host, the Italian Ace Trainer, and after the reveal of Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark, I started thinking, which regional variants are amazing, and which ones are not that? Let's find out together. So, I have the tier list pulled up, and before we get into this, I am gonna point out that there are no Hisuian forms in here, and that's because we're probably, or at least I hope so, going to get a lot more of them down the line, and so if anything, I'm gonna wait until the game comes out and all of the Hisuian forms are revealed for me to actually make a list ranking them. But with that out of the way, let's get into the actual list. Now, we're probably going to be jumping around a bit so I don't have just all of the Alolan one first and then all of the Galar ones last. But we'll see how it goes. You know, it's not super structured because why would it be? So let's get going. Let's start off with the first one, I guess. Ratata and Eradicate. Ratata, I think, is B. You know, it's fine. It's a fine design. I think it's kind of like Ratata. Like, it gets the job done. It's nothing crazy, but it's okay. Eradicate, I don't know. I like it when it's a totem Pokemon, I guess. And for that alone, I'll put you in B. But the design is probably C tier. Like, I like original Eradicate more, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, let's jump down a bit to a Yamask. And, I think this is also B. It's a high B. I'm not going to order them within the tier, so this is not... These are not, like, saying that Eradicate is better than Yamask, but... yeah, it's a high B tier, almost A. I really like it, honestly. The purple eyes are cool, and the different... like rune concept as opposed to like mummy concept is cool. And speaking of Rune Regus, that's an easy A tier, I think. I mean, it just looks really cool, you know? Like, yes, the way you evolve it is absolutely ridiculous, but it's just so cool. And honestly, I like it a lot more than Cofagrigus. I mean, Cofagrigus is fine, but Rune Regus is just amazing. Let's see. Let's go with Alolan Meowth next. Okay, so I have quite the experience with this line. I was doing a Zorua hunt for my Ultras Moon playthrough, and I kept getting shiny Meowth. And there's a whole story behind that I might do in a later video because it deserves its own video. But because of that, I have... I both really like and really hate this Pokemon. I guess I'll put you in B because you're in the middle, but yeah, I both really like and really don't like this Pokemon. Whatever. Persian, yeah, you're C tier. I'm sorry. Sorry, I have no real strong attachments to you, and original Persian is better. It's just true. Let's pick randomly. Oh, let's get these out of the way. Oh my gosh. D. What were they thinking? Well, absolutely, what were they thinking? I mean, look at these. Seriously? Seriously, Pokemon? The free hairs for Diglett and then the Beetle's like haircut for Dugtrio. What were you thinking? They look ridiculous, Pokemon. They look ridiculous. Not a fan. And I do like Pokemon look ridiculous sometimes, but these ones are just... No. Let's go with the other Meowth stuff, because, you know, there's multiple Meowth ones, I guess. I probably like you just as much, honestly, so I'll put you here. Yeah. Berserker, though, I do think is cooler than Alolan Persian by a fair amount, so I'll put you in A tier. You're pretty cool. I mean, you're not my favorite, but, you know, getting towards the good part of these original forms. And speaking of, let's get a really good one out of the way. Alolan Raichu, easy S tier. I mean, it's so cute, and I love that it's a psychic type, and the like zigzag sharp angles got changed into these rounded, more mellow angles, which kind of go with the surfing theme. I don't know. I just really well designed, amazing Pokemon, easy S tier. Grimer and Muk. Again, another Pokemon that I got in that infamous hunt for Zorua. These are actually the first ones that I got in that patch of grass, even though they were one of the rarer Pokemon. But I'll put them in A tier, honestly. I kind of like them. I really like the design, especially for Muk. I like the multicolor. It's really cool. And the shiny that they have going back to the original Kantoyan forms, like really nice, really nice. And yes, shinies do matter for me, so I am keeping them in the back of my mind as a factor here. Let's see. Next we'll do the Slowbro stuff, and do they not have Galarian Slowking here? Okay, it doesn't matter, I have them basically the same. Slowpoke is B tier, and then both of the Galarian Slowbro and Slowking are S tier because they're just really cool. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I really like them. Pretend that there's a Galarian Slowking right here. It's just the fact that like they're part poison types, and then they have a different but still nostalgic design, and they just take the whole Slowbro, well, I guess Slowpoke line in a different direction. I don't know, I think they were very well made, and I enjoy seeing them. Plus they have a cool shiny, so yes, good Pokemon. Alolan Marowak, easy S tier. They really did an amazing job here. I mean, the flames coming out of the edge of the bone is just fantastic. Like, the design is great. They still kept the really good ability that it had before. I mean, it's awesome. And the shiny is fantastic. Like, they changed a pretty lackluster shiny, in my opinion, for original Marowak, with just the green, and not one of the good green ones, just a weird green one, to a really good, like, purple one. Like, it's really good. Honestly, I love it. If I'm like, really, it's amazing. What is next? I guess we'll do the Mr. Mime stuff. So I'm gonna put you in A tier. I'm gonna put you in A tier just because you improve on the original Mr. Mime so much, in my opinion. Like, I hate Mr. Mime, I really do. Not a fan. But this one is just hilarious to me, and like in a good way. Easy A tier. And Mr. Rhyme is basically the same, but more gentlemanly and like old, I guess. I don't know. It's also hilarious, but again, in a really good way. Let's see who is next. Zigzagoon and Linoon and Obstagoon, all of the goons, or oons, I guess. So Zigzagoon, I'll put you in B, if only because I think that Zigzagoon's design, I'll do the same for Linoon, both Zigzagoon and Linoon, no, I'll put you in A. I was gonna say I'll put them in B because their design doesn't really improve on the original one. It's just kind of a lateral shift where I like both of them a lot. But because I like them a lot, I don't feel right putting them in B. But Obstagoon, oh my gosh, get in the S tier right now. Wow. I mean, where do I start? The whole like Rockstar / Kiss member designs they have going is great, but then the shiny changing to this super colorful Pokemon from this black and white one that looks really out there, but in the best way possible, is fantastic, especially since like a Rockstar would do something like that, I feel like. And the way it's used by Pierre and the design in general, it's just, oh, so good. Honestly, love this Pokemon so much. And I love his pose just always being like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, I just really like this Pokemon. Alolan Exeggutor. I'll put you in A tier, you know. You're pretty good. Kind of like Exeggutor, I think it looks a little silly, but in a good way. So I'll put you in A tier. You'll be right next to the Mr. Mimes of this world, I guess. The Galarian one specifically. The Geodude line. Yeah. C. Just no. Like, they're not Alolan Dugtrio or Diglett levels of bad, but I can't get behind this design. I mean, I see what they were going for. They just remind me of, like, especially Geodude. Well, Not Geodude in a way, but also a Graveler. I don't know. Golem, Graveler, they remind me of like a random middle-aged Italian that is wearing like a tank top and is going to the beach and has just a lot of facial hair, and you're like, dude, really? Did you think that was the best choice? I mean, no offense to like anyone who does that, it's fine. It's just, I don't know if I wanted it in a Pokemon, you know? But let's go on to something a little bit more interesting, a little bit better. I'm gonna save the Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales for the end because, well, you'll see. But let's go, oh yeah. Farfetched and Surfetched, easy S tier. I mean, I don't know how they did it. Farfetch was such a bland Pokemon to me. I know it became a bit of a meme, so that's the only reason why I think it had relevance, but then they were like, well, what if we made this Pokemon that people are joking should have an evolution actually have a really cool evolution and a really cool regional form? And they did it. I mean, it looks amazing. The Legend Farfetch'd already is a huge improvement over original Farfetch'd, but I mean, Surfetch'd? Even though it's such a weird way of evolving him with the crits, and sometimes it takes a while if you don't get lucky, it's amazing. I mean, Surfetch'd really such a good Pokemon. I use it in my Sword and Shield Let's Play, playthrough, not Let's Play, playthrough when I first played through the games back in 2019. Yeah, I mean, same thing with the Obstagoon, just the members of those team are all among some of my favorites. They were so good. Let's see, who's next? Let's do Ponyta and Rapidash. I think you're probably A tier, both of you. I mean, you're high A tier, but I don't know if you're enough of an improvement over the original Ponyta and Rapidash for me to put you in S tier. I do like you more than the original Ponyta and Rapidash, but I think A tier is fair, you know? Like, you're cool, you look really nice, but you're not one of the top Pokemon. Let's go with, let's do the birds. Yeah, let's do the legendary birds. Starting off with Articuno, I guess. A tier. Easy. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like Articuno before. Like, normal Articuno, I think he was by far my least favorite of the original birds, but man, this one is cool. It really is, which is ironic because the original Articuno is the ice type. Again, I'm not gonna stop making bad puns, you just have to deal with it. But yeah, this one is just really well made and such an improvement. Zapdos. Zapdos was the favorite for me out of the original ones, but he's probably second favorite now. I'll put him in A tier. Just because it's the same thing with the Ponyta and Rapidash, even though I like Zapdos more than Ponyta and Rapidash. I mean, I think this Zapdos is a slight improvement over the original Zapdos in terms of design, but not enough so for me to put him into S tier, whereas not only are the Pokemon amazing, but they're also so much better than what we had before, or a new evolution, I guess, since there are a couple of new evolutions in there now that I look at it. But yeah, I still really like it though, don't get me wrong. But Moltres, oh my gosh, I was always a big Moltres fan. I preferred Zapdos again, but I was always a big Moltres fan as well. But this one is so amazing. I mean, look at the design. It's just, wow. I don't know how they made the fire chicken super cool twice, but they sure did. And this one is even better than before, even though it's technically not a fire type anymore. But come on, I mean, these are still flames. Let's not lie. These are still flames. Let's see who is next. Let's do the Darumaka line. So Darumaka, you're probably B tier. Not a big fan. I don't know why this one specifically is not added out, but whatever. You're a special one, I guess. Yeah. B tier. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair placement. You know, cool Pokemon, but nothing special. But the Galarian one, I mean, A tier, I really like the whole snowman / almost Santa Claus vibe it has in a way with the beard or whatever. I mean, it's made of snow, but still, it's kind of a beard. And then the big hair that's almost a hat. I don't know. I really like it. I think they did a good job with the whole snowman design and took it to a good level. And maybe I like it more than the original Darmanitan. I still have to decide. I like both of them a lot, but A tier I think is a good place for it to be. Galarian Weezing. I'll put you in A tier, if only because I think you're a pretty big improvement over the original Weezing. I also do like you in general. Not my favorite, but you know, it's a good Pokemon. And if you're a Fairy type, you always have a soft spot in my heart because it's one of my favorite types. So that's a nice plus. What's next? I guess we'll do Stumpfisk. I'll put you in C. I think only these two will be in D tier, but Stumpfisk is at the very end of C tier, but he's still C tier. I think it's an improvement over original Stumpfisk. I guess. There's not much you can do with Stumpfisk's design to begin with, because it looks bad. And guess what? Galarian Stumpfisk still looks bad. So there you go. But I guess it's better than original Stumpfisk. Cool. Let's do the Alolan Sentru and Sandslash. Easy A tiers. They're just really cool designs. I mean, I think original Sentru and Sandslash are also really cool, but these ones are just really well made. And I don't know, I like where they went with them. I think they maybe could have changed a little bit more with Sandslash, because Sandshrew just does seem to change a bit more compared to his original form than Sandslash does, but I still really like them. I think they're done really well. The Corsola and Corsola, so honestly I think you go in B and I think you go in A. Yeah, that looks right to me. There's a lot of Pokemon in A, but I mean, the original forms for the most part have been really good. So I don't regret putting them in A. I think they deserve to be there. But these two, I mean, Corsola and Corsola are, I like the way they went with them with like decaying Pokemon, like the ghost types and the whole pollution effect. I think it was a nice design choice and executed very well. So easy B and A tier, and definitely better than original Corsola. And let's see, these two, where do I put them? I'm kidding. Come on. You know, I said not gonna order inside the tier, but these two are just, they deserve to be at the very top. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like, Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Ninetales are flawless designs, honestly. I mean, I love original Vulpix and Ninetales, I really do. But these ones, to me at least, are better in every way. And the shiny, for being a shiny that changes so little, is still amazing. The shade of pink that they get when they become shiny is really, really nice. And it complements their design so well. And they're majestic, you know, they look fantastic. I don't know how else to explain it. They're just really, really good. And I mean, every time that I use them, I'm like, wow, they knocked out of the park with this one. They're easily one of the best regional forms. Well, actually not one of the best regional form so far. Although the Zorua and Zoroark are giving them competition, but they're not here, so that doesn't matter. Out of these ones, they're easily the best. Like, no doubt about it. I mean, maybe you disagree, and if you do, let me know, but to me, easily the top two. But that was my ranking. What did you think? Do you agree with my list? Do you think that some Pokemon on here should be higher? Do you think that some of these forms are actually better than Vulpix and Ninetales? I mean, you would be wrong, but you can still think that. You know, I'm not going to stop you from having a different opinion. But that will do it for us here today. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more of this type of content or more Pokemon content in general, then consider subscribing. And I hope to see you all in the next video. But until then, remember to follow the way of the ace. See ya!